Here are a few reasons to support DC Intel. 1. Timely updates. Get the latest breaking news and intelligence updates as they happen. 2. Reliable information. Depend on us for accurate and credible news sources. 3. Insightful analysis. Gain deeper understanding with our expert analysis and comprehensive coverage. 4. Community engagement. Join a community of informed and engaged individuals who care about current events. 5. Transparency. We are committed to transparency in all our reporting, helping you to see the bigger picture. 6. Convenience. Stay informed on the go with easy access to updates through our social media platforms. Supporting DC Intel means staying informed and connected with the news that impacts our nation.
We would like to invite you to become a DC Guardian. A Guardian is someone who supports us with a gift of $10 a month. And you will also receive a beautiful DC decal so you can post your support. And also you will get email updates for Guardians only. Plus special discounts on products and functions and conferences to come. Please click on the donate button on our eiobn.com website to support. Once again, on behalf of the Excellence in Online Broadcasting Network, thank you.
Can you feel the evil watching every move you make? Good versus evil, blood of the innocent everywhere. But we stand up and make America great again. United we'll fight for what we believe is right. Together we'll shine in the darkest night. We stand up and make America great again. United we'll fight for what we believe is right. Together we'll shine in the darkest night. We stand up and make America great again. In the face of adversity, we find our unity. Rising above the hate to make America great.
Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed efforts to convert retreat into advance.
Every generation stands on the shoulders of the generation that went before. And so you see farther because you're standing taller than we did and can look farther. But at least give us the credit that you're seeing farther because you're standing on our shoulders. We don't have inflation because the people are living too well. We have inflation because the government is living too well.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. We dare not forget today that we are the heirs of that first revolution. Let the word go forth from this time and place to friend and foe alike. that the torch has been passed to a new generation of Americans born in this century, tempered by war, disciplined by a hard and bitter peace, proud of our ancient heritage, and unwilling to witness or permit the slow undoing of those human rights to which this nation has always been committed and to which we are committed today at home and around the world.
If I give you one message to hold in your hearts today, it's this. The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. Relish the opportunity to be an outsider. Embrace that label. Being an outsider is fine. Embrace the label. Because it's the outsiders who change the world and who make a real and lasting difference. The more that a broken system tells you that you're wrong, the more certain you should be that you must keep pushing ahead. You must keep pushing forward. And always have the courage to be yourself.
Everybody, hope everybody's having a great evening. We're here. Just to expedite things, we will not be doing roll call because I don't want to get tied up in that and lose my time like I did today. I appreciate everybody coming in. I will go back and look and see where everybody's from. Yeah. Good stuff tonight, guys. You hear me? Good stuff. Buckle up. I'm telling you, buttercups. Buckle up. It's about to be one heck of a ride. Okay, let's get started. Thank you so much once again for tuning in and listening tonight. This is called Revelation Night, right? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit and bullcrap everybody tonight. I'm not going to sit and kiss your butt. I'm not going to tell you how great you are, although you are great. I'm just going to cut to the chase here tonight because I want to get this out here. And I know that there'll be a lot of people go, wait. I don't know about all that. I don't know. And that's okay. But tonight is not about making friends. It's not about any of that stuff. It is about letting you know what's going on, giving you truth, giving you knowledge, and giving you intel, which is what this show is about. And we have yet failed to do that. We haven't failed at all to do that. We're doing it greatly on a daily basis, and it's great. So tonight, without further ado, good deal. We got our moderators in there, good. I don't ask them to come in here if we're doing later stuff, but they do it on their own, and I greatly appreciate that. So let's get started. So many questions, and I've got answers for it. And in the intelligence industry, or the industry, in the intelligence realm, there are so many different facets to it, and we can always ask questions. And we usually do that on a daily basis. I'll try to answer some questions. But what I want to do tonight is this. I don't want to, I'm not going to do a lot of questions here, because this is more of a presentation to show those who know, but those who have been on the, what do you call it? One foot on one side of the fence and one foot on the other, or either they're just, they've been so scared by what the media has said about QAnon and all these different things. I would not be doing what I'm doing tonight if I didn't, one, already discuss it with some people, and two, before wasn't ready to talk about it. For so long, for almost 4 years now, thank you so much for those that are following. For about 4 years now, everyone has heard the military's doing this. This is happening. That's happening. This is happening. But you've seen jack diddly nothing, which has made a lot of people doubt, and I get it. Made a lot of people doubt. A lot of people become more fearful because, well, if nothing's happening, we've just been fed a bunch of bull. And I've come to tell you tonight, you have not been fed a bunch of bull. Now, with that being said, I have to follow up with this. There are a lot of people that are doing they're trying to do what I do. But everybody that's a loyal listener to the show knows they can't. There's only one DC. That's it. And so you ain't going to hear none of this except for here. None of this tonight. I'm going to break down so many different things for you. I hope you're probably going to have to go back and watch the replays. Probably 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 or 5 times, just to grasp everything that's going to be thrown at you. And everything that's thrown at you, this is the great news, guys. It is not conspiracy theory. It is not an idea that someone dreamed up in some back room somewhere just to make money off people. It's not one of those things where, people make up stuff just to make you think they know someone that knows something of something that knows someone, and it just ends up being just a, the old saying, everybody goes down a rabbit hole. I'm sick and tired of the daggone rabbit hole. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of rabbit holes. And now that things are opening up that I can actually really talk about some things, we want to really talk about some things. And, we're going to start off with some basic stuff. Now, the way I'm doing this show, you may go, I've already heard this, or I already heard that, or heard this. You've heard things, but you've never had it put in perspective rightly. And also, I'm going to really break it down for you. So we're going to start off with this. Okay, of course, everybody knows we're in the election. We got it coming down. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Everybody that's listening, thank you so much for listening. But you know what? This is a great time to be alive. And what a great time to be on the air. And what a great time to be speaking the freedom, the truth, and the freedom of America. Welcome back, America. I say it every day. There's our heartbeat. And we're back. And they can't shut it down. And that's the great thing about what we're doing. So I'm starting out with something you've heard before. And we're going to lead into it because this is going to set the whole mood for the whole thing. All we get are another intel procrastinators. Probably so, but I'm going to answer a lot of questions. So here we go. I'm not going to talk anymore. So y'all have heard this before, but we're going to listen to it one more time here, okay? So this was Kim Clement.
Watch the sign of rain. For I told you there would be severe wind from above, and all the states that are affected by this severe weather have been set up for a shaking of my spirit and an outpouring of my spirit. But California, I'm looking at you. Gold, stone, California, a smaller statue. And God says, once you recognize the man that I have raised up, pray. For the enemy will do everything in his power to put a witch in the White House. Did anybody hear what he just said?
Let me stop. Okay. Y'all have heard that. I want you to listen one more time to this, and I'm going to break it really down for you. So listen carefully. Listen carefully.
God says, once you recognize the man that I have raised up, pray.
Hang on. Sorry.
California, you are dying because of a drought. Watch my sign. Watch the sign of rain. For I told you there would be severe wind from above. And all the states that are affected by this severe weather have been set up for a shaking of my...
Okay. How many states, number one, have we all had natural disasters in? Okay. Keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. I'm going back here to play one more thing.
California, you are dying because of a drought. Watch my sign. Watch the sign of rain. For I told you there would be severe wind from above. And all the states that are affected by this severe weather have been set up for a shaking of my spirit and an outpouring of my spirit. But California, I'm looking at you. Gold, stone, California, a smaller statue. And God says, once you recognize the man that I have raised up, pray. For the enemy will do everything in his power to put a witch in the White House. Did anybody hear what he just said? For Jezebel has chased away the prophets and even Elijah. Now I have said, go back. For this shall be dismantled, so that there will be no more corruption in the White House, says the Spirit.
All right. So before anyone goes, well, I've already heard that before. Guess what? You got to hear it again. And I mean, we're going to talk about this stuff here. So we started out with Kim Clement. Now, before anyone says he's a kook, he's a fake, he's this, he's that, you have not been a listener of this show. I'm not someone that just pushes Kim Clement. But the history behind, and we're going somewhere, but the history behind Kim Clement was, yes, he was a preacher, an evangelist, operating with the prophetic, all that. But not only that, you can go back and research yourself, and we've discussed it over and over in depth on this show, is the fact that Kim Clement worked with the FBI and the CIA several times on all kinds of cases. Actually, when they went back to when they were doing the remote viewing projects, and even though they say they're shut down today, they are not. And they're not. Trust me, they're not. But they went to Kim Clement and was like, hey, we want you on board with us. We don't know how you're doing this, but whatever you're doing, it's working, and we need it. And he was able to help them and assist in all kinds of different things. Also in children that were missing, all kinds of things like that. So Kim Clement, he's very, 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 very important in this whole thing, because in this one moment when he's doing this, he talks about everything that I'm about to show you facts for and show it to you in your face. Those of you are, that are watching by Rumble or YouTube or whatever. So he worked for them, did all that. And this is my question to the modern day church prophets. And they want to go prophesy to everybody. They want to go they got a word from God. They got to tell you what. Quit prophesying over each other. Quit laying hands and prophesying and spitting everything over people. Show me a true prophet. And when you show me one, say, hey, let's find some kids that have been, sexually assaulted. Let's find some kids that have been hidden. Let's find some kids and people that are missing. Let's use your ability to actually find some stuff. that's legit, instead of prophesying me a new car, a new house, and by the way, you need to sow this $50 seed or $100 seed or even $1,000 seed or whatever, and by the way, I'm buying a new airplane this week, so I need your support on that. That kind of bull crap. No, show me a true prophet, and if you can show me a true prophet, that'll be someone that not only just speaks in the spirit realm, but will be able to help in the natural realm. Did he really die, or is he in protection? No, he really died, and he was actually, we did a whole story and a whole show on that, on how he died and how I believe 100% he was taken out, because it was only 2 weeks after he had come out on this and was telling about some stuff that they found out all of a sudden he's eaten up with cancer and he's gone within 2 weeks. So anyways, and whether that's neither here nor there, but anyways, so he does that prophecy that we just played out. Now, who do we have that's been running for the president of the United States? Has been a VP. We have someone, he had cancer also, very much. But anyway, I'm going to stay away from the chat here. But we've had this candidate that's been put in front of us. And this candidate that has been put in front of us, they could have chosen anybody else. But she was put in front of us. And by her being placed in front of us, unbeknownst to the American people, she's a witch. She's a witch. How can you say that about her? How can you say about anybody? I'll tell you this. If anyone is for killing the American people, if anyone is for infiltrating the American people with people that want to kill them, if anyone comes in there and they think it's fine and dandy to murder babies, those are sacrifices, pretty much, if you want to call it that. The democratic sacrifice. Let's just sacrifice your child. Let's sacrifice your child. Let's just have an abortion. Now, some of you are going to be like, this is too extreme for me. I get it. You can bow out gracefully anytime you want. But tonight, it's both barrels, and here we go. We know everything about her. And before, all my religious folk go, well, hey, stop. She was just at church. I would not have let that witch up. If I wouldn't put her up in the church podium where I go church at. I'd be like, I'm not out. Bible says, judge them by their fruits. And I'm not talking about the fruit.
I'm not talking about the fruity kind like Mickey that I talked to a couple weeks ago at the governor's office in, North Carolina.
Not talking about those kind of fruits. I'm talking about like legitimate things. Can't do it. There's been so much demonic power. Now, this show is not about religion and not about that, but I'm telling you this. There has been so much demonic power and hold on America for so long. It has. It's been on there. That's why we're always walking on eggshells with other countries that couldn't give a rat's ass whether we live or die. That's why we're always having problems all the time. We have massive amounts of sickness because government, I'm right, government and countries want to use us as guinea pigs to try out things. And yeah, that's why you can come down with cancer overnight and the next day be dead. All that stuff. You have all kinds of things. You can come down, all kinds of stuff, man. Through chemicals, through the air. And yeah, it's been through cloud seeding, and it's been going on for years. We've proven it over and over and over and over and over. I'm not even here to debate it with you, because I know for a fact it's true. And we've proven it on this show 50,000 times. But all these things are demonic. They're demonic. When you can have people doing the things they're doing in the streets, and even in churches, for God's sakes, even in churches, the sacred podium, there's nothing sacred about it anymore, because we've all become seeker sensitive, and because we're seeker sensitive, there's no power in your church. There's no power in that. There's no power. You're man of God. He's a paid gig. He's a paid gig until he's ready to retire. And I think I'll kick back and go down to the beach for a while. Yeah. My dad was a preacher. That's where I get it from. I saw the good, the bad, the ugly, and the nasty, and all that bull crap. Every bit of it. But my dad died being a preacher. He was in ministry. And even as a young kid, I said, Dad, why do you do this? Because people are full of shit, Dad. They treat you like crap. They walk on you. All this other stuff. They don't appreciate you. I ain't doing it for the king. I ain't doing it for them, DC. I'm doing it for the kingdom. And he did. And he died that way. He wasn't a career pastor or a preacher or evangelist or whatever. He did it because he was truly called by God and he wanted to help people. So in America, we've had a lot of people that have been wolves in sheep's clothing because they are paid gigs. It's no different than hiring a musician. These churches will gripe and complain. I ain't paying no musician to come in here. Well, you pay your pastor. And if you didn't pay him enough, he'd head out the door. So it's the same thing. So we have no really room to really complain a lot about America when we, in our own lives, have done the same thing, right? So, anyway, trying to stay away from the chat. Sorry. But anyway, so back on track here. So Kamala, that has been the one that has openly, well, she's not a witch. Why would you say that? She has openly embraced the demonic powers that be with open arms. She has also publicly denounced the name of Jesus, or Jesus is Lord, Jesus Christ, all that stuff, and told him to leave. Told him to leave. Okay. You don't want me to call her a witch. Well, we'll just call her what? Anti-God. How about that? How about anti-God? Does that feel better for you? Because it's what it is. Yeah, the thing with this show is it's not cookie cutter. It's not. I'm not putting any sugar on anything. I'm just giving it to you like it is, and either we listen or we don't. Sorry, I'm getting a drink. Talk too much sometimes. And before someone goes, "Oh, you're just speaking hate speech." Hate speech. Moderators know to take you straight out. Anyway, so Kamala, all things to all people, right? She's Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese. She's white. She's Jamaican. She's African American. She's whatever. She's all things to all people. At least she thinks she is. And I've come to tell you here tonight this. This is not a religious show. But I'm going to tell you tonight, it's over for her. It's over. And not only that, it's over for the Democratic Party and their demonic ways. It's over. And I am going to absolutely prove the living crap out of it. It's going to scare you. Here we go. You've got people that are sitting around. This is in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. And I want you to hear this real quick here. This is at a round table, just all these leaders talking in Saudi Arabia.
The expectation today is that Donald Trump will win the White House in just a few days. We'll know shortly. And big picture, the reduction in uncertainty is almost always positive for asset prices. And we're at that moment of peak uncertainty. It is a race that Trump is favored to win, but it's almost a coin toss. So I would say that post-election, we'll generally see a risk-on environment as people come to adapt and adopt a new regime, whether it's a Harris regime or a Trump regime. This uncertainty will be behind us.
And it will. When other countries, other leaders, world leaders are saying, hey, wait a minute, Trump's winning. He's going to win. We know this. They're not scared. They're excited because they know that all the bull crap is going to be done. Now, yeah, you got politics. You always got. And let me just say this. Before anyone says, oh, he's absolutely against the Democrats. I am. They're about as useful as they're about as useful as using toilet paper 3 or 4 times in a row. But we have them in the Republican Party too. But not only with we win, I'm telling you right now, they're caught. They're caught. There's no more Q drops of, oh, we have it all. Oh, we got this. Oh, we got that. No, absolutely not. There's no more of that bull crap. It's no more. Because they're done. They're done. Today I played a clip about Donald Trump talking about the secret. The secret. Y'all remember that? Those of you listened, you do. Those of you don't, you don't. But the secret. And, of course, you have all this stuff coming out that's saying, oh, breaking news. There's going to be a new story drop about Donald Trump and what he did when he was 4 years old, how he went and pooped in the neighbor's trash can. You serious? They're grabbing for straws now. They're caught. And I'm telling you, they're caught. But the new thing, and I posted on the TikTok, the new thing was Democrats are about to drop a brand new bombshell that Donald Trump is guilty of returning a blockbuster movie in 1992 without rewinding it. See, it's becoming a joke now. It's becoming an outright joke about these cats. And it's sad that we've come to this point. But moving on, I'm going to play you this, and I'm going to tell you what this is here. I just wanted you to hear this here because I think you're going to like it.
We may have to call out the military on our own people. The danger within. I suppose that includes me. And I mean, basically, he's asserted the right to go after anybody that he thinks, in his wisdom, is a threat, right? You sign the oath says you promise to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And he said, I think I'll start with domestic. Bring me the Army. Now, I used to like President Clinton. I once said only he and Ronald Reagan were the great presidents since World War II. But I've had a change of heart, and I think he needs to go away for a long time. And I'm not going to execute him, although I could, under the Supreme Court's ruling. But I think I'll just send him to the Colorado Supermax for the rest of his life. So I've already got a petition ready. I want him to transfer me to Guantanamo. Because when you're 78, you're a lot more worried about it being too cold than being too hot.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. The crowd is, oh, God, oh, Bill Clinton, he's so funny. He's so funny. He's dead freaking serious. He's dead serious. Did you not hear what Donald Trump told him? I want to pull this back.
Under the Supreme Court's rule.
Here we go.
And I'm not going to execute him, although I could, under the Supreme Court's ruling. But I think I'll just send him.
Let me stop here, guys. What Supreme Court ruling is he talking about? How could Donald J. Trump tell Bill Clinton that he could have him executed under the Supreme Court ruling? How could a non-president or even not a commander-in-chief be able to say something like that? I'll leave that right there for a second.
The Colorado Supermax for the rest of his life. So I've already got a petition ready. I want him to transfer me to Guantanamo. Because when you're 78, you're a lot more worried about it being too cold than being too hot.
Okay. He's making a joke, but he's saying, I've already got a petition made, ready for Donald Trump. That way, he could have me killed, but he's not going to. Under the Supreme Court ruling. So which Supreme Court ruling are you talking about, guys? Let me ask you that. How would Donald Trump be able to do that if he's not yet voted in and not yet been sworn in as the duly elected president of the United States? How can he do that? The other question is this: why would Bill Clinton be scared enough to say, "Hey, I told him I already got my petition ready. I want to go. I want to go. Yeah, I just want to go the Galway." Bill Clinton is going to up and vanish like a fart in the wind. That's what he's just going to, because he's already been to Gitmo. He's already been to Gitmo. Whether you believe it or not, I'm not here to discuss that and to kiss your butt to make you think, oh, it feels good. I think I'm going to decide that. No, he's already been Gitmo'd. He's already been. But the narrative of this is, hey, do you understand? It's not about Bill Clinton giving a message. It's about the message that was given. That message was, hey, we pay attention to everything, right? Everything, right? We've already went over several weeks ago the commander-in-chief and all the executive orders that he put in, and then how he supposedly was out, and then all of a sudden Joe Biden decides to re-sign Donald Trump's executive orders. I mean, seriously, guys, it don't even make sense. Unless he's the commander-in-chief. Okay? Donald Trump last week, we played it on our show, gave a message. He said, listen, I chose what I was going to do 4 years ago. And I chose to just step back and let things take place that needed to take place. Because what's coming now is going to be so revelatory, and it's going to be so dramatic, and it's going to be so, how can I say this? It's just going to be so, it's going to be mental on some people. It's going to be mental. And what I mean by that is this: some people can't handle somebody else farting in the room, more or less seeing somebody get hung out in public. And trust me, we're going down that road here in about 20 seconds. But why? And the other thing is this, is what in the world was this message about? Trump said, under the Supreme Court ruling, I can have you executed. You don't want to know why he said that? It's called treason. It's called treason. We're going to hang you or we're going to shoot you. It's called treason. That's what that's called. And it doesn't matter if certain Democrats or even Republicans go, oh, Donald Trump is crazy. He's wild. We don't want him. But they all going to smile at him and act like they've helped him get in there. Oh, but don't be fooled, people. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. Do not be fooled. Don't be fooled because it's already known who all the traitors are. Democrat, Republican, Independent, all of them. I got news for you. It's going to be bonkers in a second. It's going to go bonkers. I'm just telling you the truth. You want to know why everybody's asking me all day, why is the military up in D.C.? Why are they up in D.C.? Why are they doing this? Why are they having all these emergency things? And of course, the normal thing is what I said today, because I was waiting for tonight to talk to you about it. But the thing is this, we're like, hey, why? And I've got it all day, even after the show. I didn't hear you talk about it. Yeah, I talked about it. I always talk about it. And you got the military last night. You got them in D.C. doing all these trial runs, and they said they're doing it just in case the military has to face opposition. I'm going to tell you something you're not going to hear it anywhere else. You're going to hear it here tonight. There's going to be opposition. And I have said this today and every other day. It's not going to be the J6er that you're thinking. When you think J6, you're thinking, oh, they're going to protest the rally. No, they're not. They're going to protest they're Republicans. Listen to me. That too. But they're going to be protesting their candidates being hung. Yep. And When you're dead there, yep, there's dead air there. Because I want you to grasp that and chew on that like it's a cheeseburger. Because it's whether you like it or not, and you believe me or not, I don't give a crap because I know what's coming down the pike. I know. And here in a little bit, I'm going to tell you exactly how I know. How about that, guys? I'll get asked this question every day, and I'm going to answer it tonight. Go answer it. The reason why we can give good intel that's always 100% on and always legit. It's not because we have a friend of a friend telling us things. It's because we're in the know, and we'll get to that. So why would Bill Clinton openly say that? And this is how stupid his people are. Oh God, they're so funny. They do the Kamala laugh. They do that crappy thing. Because the helicopters ain't, and you understand, that's why it was sent down saying that, hey, this is new now, that the military can fire on its own. Do you understand what that's for? It's not coming for you. It's for those that try to interfere with public punishment for treason. Now you know why my message is always, when you have a thief stealing a purse, you take his hand. He don't steal another purse. Right? You got somebody that molested a kid, well, you cut his ding-dong off with a knife, let him bleed, and then you execute him. You let him suffer a little bit. America has to have a cleaning. Donald Trump said 3 months ago, wouldn't it be wild if we had like a couple hours where we just round up people and get these people and people that are violent criminals and all these people that keep doing killings and murders and rapists and all this stuff? Wouldn't it be wild if we get, it's sort of like a purge. And then everybody, oh my God, he's calling for a purge. I'm not saying he's calling for a purge, but there's going to be one. It ain't coming to your door. I can tell you that. Let me give you a little hint here before I tell you at the end of the show what this is about. I want you to hear me. We have been taking names and we have investigated a lot. And those people that have acted upon treasonous ground, some have already paid, and a lot are really going to pay. Because when Donald Trump has said, in 4 more years, when there's an election, I'm not running. But when there is, it's going to be smooth. You're going to know your candidates. You're going to know that your voting is completely safe. Why do you think he said that? Because those assholes that's been involved are about to be removed. And that's not bullshit either. Because we step on to the next thing. And the next thing was when Donald Trump was in office and was just leaving office. Y'all remember the big game he went to? All the military? I posted a video on TikTok. Told you all last week, go check it out. Go check it out. Because it's something that DC kind of overlooked. But I want you to look at it. Because everybody's always saying, yep, Q drop fan, get the popcorn. Get the popcorn. Get all your popcorn. Get the popcorn ready. I'm done with popcorn. And a lot of people are too. And it's a good thing because we're about onto the dessert now. Yes, I'll take a chocolate on chocolate cake, please. And bring me a nice cold bottle of Coca-Cola. That's what I'll have. And so we have that. I played it online and we went over some things, but I'm going to play this. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to pretend like I want you to close your eyes. If you're sitting at home, you're watching, even if you're watching this on Rumble, close your eyes. I want you to listen to this. This is at the game. Now, I'm going to put this in a totally different perspective than what you all have already thought about. And it's going to ring home with you. It's really going to ring home. But I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and I want you just to listen wholeheartedly to this voice. Now, this is the military. This is the guy. He's praying. So, you can get it play here. Yep. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulty here.
Most triumphant and loving God, we come today to play, but tomorrow they will protect this country from all enemies.
All right. So, keep your eyes closed. What did he just say? Y'all always want to know the detail. Here we go. Let's hear what he's got to say again.
We come today to play, but tomorrow they will protect this country from all enemies.
Okay, we've come to play the game today, but tomorrow, we're going to be protecting. Listen clearly now.
Pray, most triumphant and loving God, we come today to play, but tomorrow they will protect this country from all enemies, foreign and domestic, even if it calls for the last full measure of the ocean. They come today to compete, but tomorrow they will unite to convey to the world that there's no better friend nor worse enemy than the United States warrior. You know them by name. They are game changers, patriots, heroes, overcomers, and those that would dare to take this republic to the next level for your glory. So as we the people, of the people, and by the people, assemble here today, stretch forth your hand of favor and increase our faith. For you remind us that all things are possible to those that dare to believe. For we still believe that the best is yet to come. Now receive all of your glory, your power, and your honor forever. Amen.
Okay. A lot of you have seen it. A lot of you heard it. Now we're going to dive into what you really got into the show for. I told you that I had a lot of things I wanted to discuss and put this all into perspective for you. It's really going to make sense to you. So, for those that have followed me, that have been on TikTok, have seen the video of this that I put out, and I said, what is going on here? What do you see here? And you see everybody praying. And not only that, out of all these thousands of people there, military and all, you got one sucker that's not bowing his head, that's standing there with a canister or a thing of popcorn eating it. I want you to think about this. When he was praying, there's a guy standing there. There's always a lone one out there, right? That would be me. That'd be me. You know, as a kid in school, we got the Christmas play. Everybody's wanting to dress up like elves and Santa Claus, and I'm the one that wants to walk in like the Hulk. You know, there's always got to be one of those. But the first thing that was told to us was, get your popcorn. Now, we have this that happened. Everybody's like, oh, it was just a game. Oh, but it wasn't. And I know I'm taking my time here because I really want you to hear this. I'm going to play this one more time. And I want you to now listen to it to the ears of DC. Because you'll hear him say, it's a game. But tomorrow, we fight. And he starts going through this. And I want you to listen to one more time. Because what you're going to hear next is no longer a prayer. Everybody thought it was a prayer. This was a public address to all of these military guys of marching orders. And I want you to listen again, now through the ears of what I hear.
Most triumphant and loving God, we come today to play, but tomorrow they will protect this country from all enemies, foreign and domestic, even if it calls for the last full measure of devotion. They come today to compete, but tomorrow they will unite to convey to the world that there's no better friend nor worse enemy than the United States warrior. You know them by name. They are game changers, patriots, heroes, overcomers, and those that would dare to take this republic to the next level for your glory.
Okay, stop here. Why would he call them patriots? Why would he say the republic? I want you to listen.
We the people, of the people, and by the people, assemble here today. Stretch forth your hand of favor and increase our faith. For you remind us that all things are possible to those that dare to believe. For we still believe that the best is yet to come. Now receive all of your glory, your power, and your honor forever. Amen.
Amen. What you just heard was marching orders. You heard the first part, play, and the second part is fight. That was all military listening to one person tell them the frickin' marching orders. And those that are here are patriots fighting for the republic. Not democracy. None of that. Now, oh, well, that's all you got out of that, DC? Oh, no, I got a whole lot more for you, Bucky. Give me a second here, and I'm about to blow your pants off. So, not only that, so I saw the video. I posted the video on TikTok. Hey, everybody, check it out. Tell me what you think of this. You got the guys eating popcorn. Thought it was a fantastic thing. I'm putting it on the screen now. This is the best is yet to come. That was on the screen. And so you got this guy that's doing the prayer, the chaplain or whatever. And this prayer was praying over all these soldiers, military, all of them, giving them marching orders, plus also, there's all kinds of drops that I'm telling you, I'm going to blow your pants off. So, DT pays attention to the details, don't he, guys? Just class he does. So, and here's another one here. I'm going to transfer these over so you can see them over on Rumble and YouTube. So you just see stuff back in there, right? You just see, when you look at that picture, you don't see nothing. But when DC looks at these pictures, he sees numbers. He sees numbers. And so I started going back and checking things out. And when they are when they're doing this this prayer, there is generals, there is everybody here. Let me just stop by saying this. I know for a fact there are some guardsmen and some people that are just in the Army, Navy, Marines, all that. And they always hear, well, they don't always, some of them hear, Joe Biden is your commander-in-chief. And there's a lot of others that say, Donald J. Trump is still your commander-in-chief. Don't be fooled. But as he is, the military guy is standing there, He's standing there and is actually at the 25 mark. Okay? 25 mark. I was like, okay, so let me dive down this one for you and look around and see. Why is he at the 25 mark there? When I say mark, it's what's on the ground. And I'm looking, I'm like, okay. So I start pulling up different things. And so when I pulled up the 25 in the gematria, it comes up as this. It is associated with the Shema. It's called the Creed of the People, or the Jewish people. It has 25 letters, which reference to the Jewish people's role, and they are called light unto the nations. Okay? Light unto the nations. Okay, well, what else do you get from that? Well, not only that, one of the clocks, and the thing was the camera would turn and turn and turn. It would just keep turning around. And every time it'd turn, I watched it from start to finish. When it started turning, from the marker he was standing at to the time it come back. And what I'm about to read you is explosive. So at the 25 mark, it goes back to that, and it's actually referencing the people. The people are hearing a message from a leader, okay? And not only that, Shema has 25 letters, and those 25, it references the Jewish people, but it also means these people are light unto the nations. Light unto the nations. And not only that, it goes into even the number 26. And the number of 26 is God of Israel. God of Israel. Now, you may say, well, what do you get from that? Well, when you step back, and you listen to the prayer, what you thought was a prayer, through the ears of DC, and you search for it through the eyes of DC, then you get revelation of what it really is. That's why I'm good at what I do, guys. And I'm very good at it. Trust me. Anyway, so as it kept turning around, it come to, sorry about that. It come to the number 124. Like 124, that's nothing. That's just nothing. So I pulled up 124 and was looking at that. And it's coming up, and I'm telling you, it's crazy, because every number that was given that day was absolutely drops. That I'm sure there's probably another 50 people like me that are probably finding out on this. Even if, and here's the thing, why I didn't find it sooner, why somebody else didn't find it sooner, is beyond me. Other than the fact that I just think, well, maybe just God didn't want it, wasn't time. Because if we would have said this, 4 years ago, whatever, everybody go, oh, well, nothing's ever happened yet. Nothing ever, all that bull crap. We can harass people like nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? And yes, this was right. Trump was about ready to leave office. So he's still there in this. And so the number 124 come up. I thought, well, let's just check that out. 124 means lies and scams. Also, Babylon, rebellion. It also comes up and says red flags. And in the last part of that, it says faith. Okay, well, you just spurred out a bunch of words. What's that? That tells me that this representation of these guys on this field doing this prayer, call to action, giving details, giving a direct order, telling them, you're not just ordinary people here. Your patriots. Your people that are going to fight. You have an oath. You better uphold it. I hope you understand what's happening here. You have an oath. You better have. Let me tell you what right now. In the next 30 days, law enforcement that listen to, I've already talked to like 4 or 5 of them today. And I've told everyone the same thing. In the next 30 days, you better uphold your daggone oath. If you want to keep your job, want to keep your commissions, and when I say commission, I'm talking about these law enforcement, they have to, some of them are commissioned, all this stuff. You better be ready to uphold it. And I want you to understand this, and I'm going to take a break here just to say this to the law enforcement that listen. You better be ready. You better be ready to honor that oath. Don't you dare run from it. Because your oath is to protect and serve the people. Protect and serve the people. And if you can't live up to that, you may want to find you a janitor job, because you're going to have to live up to that. You're going to have to. And this whole thing going on. So, not only that, so you got the 1024 mark on there. The 1024 comes back to what if, and literally, what if God's country, I'm not making this crap up, it's crazy. What if God's country become what it is in the Bible? And it goes on to say, happy days ahead, positive, America in the image of Yeshua. And this is the one that really kind of blew me away. It says, reveal the Bible code, and the last one was Trump announcement. Trump announcement. Well, DZ, I still don't see it. Well, you probably won't then. Probably won't. And it doesn't even stop there. My thing is this. What Trump announcement? What Trump announcement? What would it be? What would it be? So then we got one more number. It was 910. 910. And 910 says this: I have found the truth. I mean, can you believe this, guys? I have found the truth. I have found the truth. The vessel. The vessel, and it says Elon. I'm not lying. It says Elon. And it says April 1st. April 1st. And I know a lot will be like, well, that don't make no sense to me, DC. And that's absolutely fine. Because I'm not here to kiss butt, right? I'm here to bring revelation. And I think I got it here too. Where's this at? Well, here we go. I want you to hear this. This is Trump. This is Trump talking. I just want you to hear it. It's better to do this way. Get it to play here. Jeeps. Guys, you don't realize what goes into this show. Yeah, Lord. I may be good with the intel, but man, I'm suck with technology. Not really, but sometimes I feel that way. Here we go. Try it again.
Everyone will soon understand.
We'll be able to do things that you never even thought. The only good thing about what happened with this 4-year disaster
is that the people will understand when we fix our country. They'll be much more understanding than they would have been if we just went straight ahead and did it. Because this country has never been laughed at like a bunch of dopes. It's never been laughed at like it is right now.
Yeah. You're right. Someone put in there, Elon, April 1st, not April 1st. We go by the Julian calendar then. Yes, absolutely. Someone is grabbing now. Someone's grabbing onto it. That's great. Yeah, it's exactly what it was. But let's go back to Trump here. But the thing was, and I wanted you to hear this because he's saying, hey, things could have been different, but they have to go the way they go.
This, everyone will soon understand.
We'll be able to do things that you never even thought. The only good thing about what happened with this 4-year disaster is that the people will understand when we fix our country. They'll be much more understanding than they would have been if we just went straight ahead and did it. Because this country has never been laughed at like a bunch of dopes. It's never been laughed at like it is right now.
Okay, I'm glad you just heard that. Because that is exactly what I was talking about earlier. When Trump says, hey, we could have done it, but we didn't. We didn't. It was on purpose. Because our country is the laughing stock. Is the laughing stock. And some things have to be done. And that's why I kept saying all along, and people get so mad at me. So mad at me. Even when I was on Brad Bart's show, they get me. I can't believe I just won't answer the question. I ain't seeing nothing happen. Nothing's happening at all. I just can't believe it. Everything ain't meant for you to see. Everything ain't meant for the American people to see. Because the American people love to be on social media and love to be the first one to tell the first rumor. Oh, did you hear that about Bobby down the street? He got a dog pregnant. I mean, seriously. The most outlandish crap. Because everybody wants to be the first to tell the false news. I want to be the first to tell it all, DC. I want to tell it all. Yeah. So, but through these numbers, it wasn't just and I'm going somewhere with this because it's about to get really serious. Because these numbers don't just represent a time clock, don't represent just nothing that day. We were given the whole plan that day through that speech and through the beginning of that game, or prayer, and the beginning of that, before that game. We were given everything in plain sight, and no one saw it. No one paid attention. Oh, that's my president out there. That's Donald Trump out there. Oh, yeah, he's out there. So excited over the man that you forget the message. Or you overlook the message. We as Americans have one. You have to take something. I had a conversation with my daughter the other night. And we was talking about things and some things that was bothering her. And I said, listen, baby, you can't think of this as personal, although you do take things personal when people do stuff to you. But you have to think of it as a lesson. What did I learn, or what can I learn from this? Because if you don't learn from it, you just become bitter from it. The power of believing in something positive. And for so long, America has been believing, one, so many people, you don't realize how many times I have literally wanted to just reach out and grab some podcasters by the neck. Because some of the outlandish, retarded things they say. And what it does is it causes people to stop believing in the message that we can win. We end up working against ourselves. But no longer. No longer. So we got through Kim Clement, got through Donald Trump. Now we're into the military has given its orders. Yeah, we're going to pray. Yeah, we're going to do this. And here's the thing. I have no problem. I know a couple of people's typing in here. I have no problem people talking about different dates and different things. But I don't need the moon and the sun to give me signs of what's happening when it's publicly just in our face. And I'm not downgrading anybody for doing that. I'm just saying, me personally, I'm not always having to seek out to find a new message. The message is the same. It's just this. We are at the pivotal moment of winning so big that it's unbelievable. But I say this all the time, everything comes with a price. You better be ready to watch people pay the price, because they're going to pay the price. I've been asked over and over and over, what else going on down in D.C.? What else going on in D.C.? So many things. Of course, got the military coming in and doing all their stuff. They're flying in. They're dropping turds everywhere. I don't know. They're just doing dumb stuff down there. I lived in D.C. for years, and you see this stuff all the time. Yes, it's upticked. I get it. But that's because of a supposedly could be a military uprising against the military. It is not going to be patriots that do that. I'm telling you for a fact, it's not going to be patriots that do that. It'll be the nut job leader that calls her witch clan to come out. Do you know how many people, how many witches are openly saying, hey, yeah, we've been trying to pray curses on Donald Trump, trying to pray this, pray to have a heart attack, pray this, pray that. We want him dead. Well, yeah, they do. Because it's not, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, rulers of the darkness, of wickedness in high places. Am I saying Donald Trump is Jesus? No. Am I saying he's one of God's called? Yeah. I am. Oh, but he had a porn star. Well, you know what, Jack? If you had enough money, you probably would too. I mean, that's the truth. How dare you say it about me? Well, you want me to say it twice? If you had the money, you'd probably do it. Well, a lot of people can't handle money. A lot of people can't handle fame. I'm saying in this moment in time, you show me a better candidate. You can't do it. And number two, it's too late. We only got two to pick from here. And Donald Trump's my guy. So he's my guy. Anyway, so you got the military doing all that thing down in there. And then you have people posting stuff online. And I want to address, I told you the other day, I'd address this. You got the inauguration that's going to be coming up. And of course, I know Kelly Brady, been in D.C., she's done all her videos. Love her stuff. Love every bit of it. I think it's great. And, even she's been showing they were building fences weeks ago and excuse me. All the fences they're saying is for the inauguration. There has never been, and I want you to start listening to me from here on out intently. Because I'm not going to sit and answer this over and over and over 5 billion times this week. You can rewatch the video. There has never been a time in history where they've built that many walls, so-called walls, in that way. If you look from a 20 feet, 30 feet in the air view down of the walls, everything that's been built around the Capitol and all that, it looks more like what you would see on a farm when they have a big old field and they got a bunch of cows in it and they're trying to push them through this narrow way to get through there so they can brand them or either do something else. It looks more like that than walls for that. Now, am I saying it's something else? Actually, yes, I am. I'm saying it's very odd. Now, in the normal inauguration, you'll have the president, he'll get sworn in and, do that. And of course you have all the hoopla that goes along with it. You'll have the ex-president get on his helicopter and fly out. And I wouldn't do that if I was Donald Trump. I'd have a yellow short bus pull up and have a handicap ramp pop out the side of it. And that way he can step up on it and exit him the right way. And Kamala, I just hand her a broom. Here you go, witch. Fly out. But they do all that, and then they have the parades. That's the big thing, is the parades. And you have the parades that go on. You have all the entertainers that come through there. Every bit of that. Now, what this has been going around is this picture here that I'm about ready to show you that's watching by home or phone or whatever. That picture there, that's actually where the president's family, all of them will sit in and watch the people go by, and bands or whatever may be, all that stuff. That's what you would see. And a lot of people have been posting a lot of different pictures and things online and, acting, saying, oh, well, this is what's going on. We're seeing different things. We're seeing all kinds of different things being built. Look at the live webcam now. Look at the live webcam. Now, for those of you watching, I want you to understand this picture here. I really want you to study it out. Look at the height of it, the width of it, all that. It is like one story going up a little bit. It's what it is. And this here was what we saw the last debacle in the election. And what you're seeing now is you're seeing, some said it was the gallows, some say it was where the president came, he could sit there and watch all this stuff. Well, that is actually 4 going on 5 stories high. There's no way what you're seeing now is this. I want you to realize this. And what you're not seeing is actually what was really going on. And I'm telling you, some of you ain't gonna like it. And that's what was really going on. And what I'm showing the people at home is I'm showing them the building itself is 3 or 4 or 5 stories tall. And the next picture I'm showing them is how people are hanging by their necks out there. I know it's very extreme, right? Oh, that didn't happen, DC. That was debunked. Debunked by who? Billy Bob that sits in his toilet and gets on the computer and tries to debate everything? There's no debating that. So how do you get that from this? You can't. You can't. Now, let me say this. Everybody's asked me, DC, I hear they're building something out there, and they are. You can go to the White House cam and you can see something being built. What you're seeing on the White House cam, like this picture that you're seeing right now, you're seeing the White House, and you're seeing right there where the president would come out there and sit and everything come by on the parade, right? You see that. But the new pictures are coming up or showing something else out there. But I hate to break it to you. They're not building gallows right there. Everybody keeps saying, oh, they're building gallows. No, they're not. No, they're not. This roof slants like that one. And what you're not seeing behind the picture I'm showing you now is there's a bottom level to this because it drops off a good 20 feet. They have to build it up. So it shows like 2 levels, maybe 3 levels. But it's nothing like this. Now, everybody's going, well, they're building gallows out there. They're building gallows out there. You want to know what's really out there? This. What you're seeing is you're going to see the actually a platform with the gallows out there. And you're going to see the fence behind it. That's behind where the president would sit. You know how I know that that's not what they're building? Look at the statue in the back there. Anybody that's been to D.C. realizes where that's at. That's not on the White House lawn. That's across from Pennsylvania. It's across there. That is the statue that sits there. What's it called? I forget what it's called. Let's see here. I just had it earlier. Yeah, here we go. Give me a second here. Pulling all this up, guys. Only for you, right? Yeah. So you have the White House, and directly across from the White House, you have Pennsylvania Avenue. And across from Pennsylvania Avenue, you have the General Andrew Jackson statue. That's what you're seeing back there. That's what you're seeing back there. For those of you who want to know whether this picture here was the gallows, no, that's somewhere that the president sits and watches people go by. But what you're seeing now is actually gallows. They exist. They're there. How can you get that kind of a shot then? Well, if you're smart enough, you can get it. There are 6 ropes hanging there. I got news for you. The shit is hitting the fan very soon. This is no conspiracy theory. This is none of that. I'm telling you, you better buckle up for the biggest show you've ever seen in your life. There's your zoom in of it. And you can absolutely see behind that, the picture I'm showing you now, you can actually look behind it and you can see the street view there. You can see where this is at. Can you get to it? No, not right now. But trust me, people are going to exit through that way. When I say that the military has been coming in D.C. and everybody's been freaking out about it. Oh my God, they're in D.C. They're landing the helicopters down to McDonald's. Getting big. I mean, come on. All hours of the night. There's fire department out here. Trust me, there ain't a dag. If that place burned to the ground, I would not cry. It's got to be something big, right? It's got to be something big. How about this? What if we do experience a little bit of law and order? Why would the people that are representing people like Bill Clinton say, hey, yeah, I know he could have me executed under the Supreme Court. Even though he's not the president, he can have me executed. But I'm making up. I've got my stuff set aside to where I can actually have him to send me to Gitmo. Don't send me to Colorado because I don't like that cold weather. I'm tell you what. If you go to Gitmo or you go to Colorado, either place. If you go to Gitmo, if you're going there for treason, you're not going there to get a daggone tan. If you're going there, you're no longer any use for us. And if you're a politician, former president, any of that bull crap, senators, congressmen, governors, whoever you may be that has been crooked, your ass is grass, dude. This is what I'm saying to you. You better frickin' set aside all your affairs. They're coming for you. And I'll give you a better one than that. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. Many of you have asked and asked, well, is this true? Is that true? Today is the day that I can tell you that it's all true. America has woke up. The alarm clock has went off. We woke up. Well, those of us have been trying to wake other people up. They're starting to wake up. They are starting to wake up. And it's about frickin' time. It's about frickin' time. There are all kinds of people right now. That's why they're so dead set. That's why they've been so dead set on pinning Donald Trump, making him the bad man, making him the man that has sin. He can't run our country because he's got sin in his life. Give me a frickin' break. He that's without sin cast the first stone. You're about to see the big swing of justice like never before. If you're someone that really gets uptight, you probably don't want to be tuning into some of this stuff. It's going to go down. Because I can guarantee you, DC, I'll be live. And if I'm not live, I'll have somebody there live filming it for me. So I'm going to be involved. Damn right. But guess what? That show don't end, right? That show don't end there. It don't end there. Well, I've heard it all, DC, and I just don't know what to believe, what not to believe anymore. Well, let me throw this out there for you. March 3rd, 2018, 11:08:25 p.m. Eastern. Q drop. Let me tell you what. If Fauci, he's supposed to have already been dealt with, but if Fauci hasn't been dealt with, I'll be glad to be the hangman for him. I'll hang his ass. That motherfucker killed my dad. Daggone right. And a lot of other people in America that died because of him and his China buddies and everything else he wanted to do and lie to people. Sorry, I saw somebody put that in the chat and it just kind of struck me there. Because my dad was everything to me. Everything to me. And they destroyed our family over that. Q drop. I don't believe in it. Well, you don't have to anymore because it's all coming true, dog baby. For those of you that don't believe in it, I could never. This is so far-fetched. I can't believe you're even listening to someone like this. Well, you don't have to. You don't have to. You can take that button and go turn off. But the Q drop. The Q drop. Zebra, zebra, bring the thunder. Y'all remember that one? I'm putting it on the screen for you. Zebra, zebra, bring the thunder. Everybody's like, oh, bring on the thunder. Oh, that must mean they're going to turn the zebras loose in D.C. and let them run up there and like clean everything up. Really? Oh, but nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. That can't be what I think it is. They're not going to turn zebras loose. No, they're not. It's a drop. And the drop doesn't give you answers. See, and that's been the misconception of the Q drop. Oh, they got a Q drop. Oh, this is going to happen. No, it's not. The Q drop is to let you know when it happens. It may not go. The Q drop because they bring the thunder. Everybody go, oh, that means it's going to thunder because the zebras are going to run loose. No, it doesn't. That means when you see this, you know this. And what did we see? What did we see? We saw Melania Trump walk out in her zebra outfit at one of the most important times in history. Madison Square Garden, sold out. New York City's pissed off. At least their Democratic Party is, because he just tired it all up. But in many, and I got it up here for you on the screen, in many African cultures, the zebra is revered as the symbolic representation of balance, harmony, and unity. The black and the white stripes are often seen as a reflection of the duties. Go on there. I hope y'all reading this. The Q drop. That was Zebra Zebra Bring on the Thunder. That was your last, that was your last hoopah in your Q drops. Bring on the thunder. Bring it on. Also on the videos that I did this past week, I did the one on TikTok. It was Donald Trump in his collars of choice and his outfit and all that. You saw all that. I hope you did. If not, then Lord knows. Guys, I know I'm taking my time here, but I'm wanting to convey to you the message here. And I'm wanting you to truly see this. When Trump come out the other night, everybody's like, it's just odd. It's just really odd. He comes out and he just stands around, just like looking around, like, hey, what's up, guys? Just checking things out, Because he comes out and he stands around and everybody's just staring at him and, what in the world's going on? He's got his black hat on. Black hat with his, jacket. Black hat with gold lettering, white shirt, gold tie, black jacket. And then he's got the black jacket, and then you see the blue pants. These are all military collars. And what does the dark MAGA represent? Well, when you're saying dark MAGA, I'm assuming this is the black. I'm telling you now. That's what we're doing now. And so he's coming out with all these different collars and all this stuff. Everybody's like, well, he looks different, but he's real solemn at first. And I think what he was doing is he was just coming, because he trolls a lot, but I think what he's doing is he's coming out and he's trying to get you all to understand what's coming. The official colors of the United States Army are black and gold. Also, gold represents wealth. It represents gold. The black, you see, everybody, you have all these people, these TikTokers and other podcasters that really don't know their head from their butt. Will go, oh, with the black, he must be demonic. He's demonic everywhere. But no, it's not. Black symbolizes knowledge. It symbolizes knowledge, integrity, character, all the. Well, he don't have her. He was with a porn star. Did we go there again? Seriously. Gold symbolizes achievement and honor. The color combination for the U.S. Army is gold on black background. What that means is this. What that means is this. The gold tie, the blue pants, and the black on gold means this. One more time, the military is in charge and has been. I don't have to get up here and say, make America great. I don't have to get up here and say, hoopah, Kamala is a goofball. I don't have to say anything about Biden. All I have to do is show up and represent my callers. And you should know that means this. There's about to be the largest kick ass ever in America. Coming down. Black and gold. Not only that, in the video, that I posted on TikTok, you will see him. You will see him do this. You got to pay attention because this is another thing. He gives you signs. He gives you signs. But as Donald Trump is standing there, he's standing there, and then he takes his hand and he puts it to his side, and he points to towards his pants leg. Go watch it. Oh, but you're pulling. This is so far-fetched. So far-fetched. Can I tell you this? And we want to know what the blue represents? The blue in the military represents this. It signifies a blue code. Do you know what a blue code is? You know what a blue... You go to a hospital and get on the intercom and go, blue code, code blue, 226, blue code. And everybody's going to run with crash cards. That means cardiac arrest, respiratory arrests. That means this. Pain is coming to them. There is no resuscitation for that. Guys, there's so many signs that have been given. Everybody's the Q drop. Everything, it's done in plain sight. Well, we're waiting for everything to come out in plain sight. No. What the drop is that I think part of the problem with Q is the whole team of it, because it's a team. The whole team of it is sometimes a little too, what's the word I'm looking for? Is a little too much over the top the way they communicate. You know, I could talk to smart people all the time, and some people are just so smart, they're like, God, they're a dumbass. Can't stand the way they communicate that. Not only does it represent that, but that blue, it represents the Marines. It represents luxury and elegance. But most of all, these collars represent this: pain. Stock market crash this week? No. I keep saying this to some of you are first-time listeners, and that's great. I hope you come back for our daily show. It's nowhere throttled like this, but we pay attention. There's so many people online that's going to tell you to let them take care of your 401k, let them take care of your IRA, all this other stuff. Be careful. Also, you're going to have those that say, "Oh, you better pull all your money out. You better pull all your money out of the bank tomorrow because at 2:00 I got good intel. It's all going to crash." You know how many freaking times I've heard that? I got news for you. People in the intel world are not going to call Billy Bob up on Back Road 29 and Backwoods, wherever, Backwoods America, and go, "Hey, I just want to give you some intel. Everything's going down tomorrow at 2:00. It don't happen that way. The listeners of the show, they realize that they know the magnitude and the power of what I'm saying, because they know it don't get told unless it's true. And a lot of times you'll have people that go, "Oh, I'm Q." No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not. Speaking of that, yeah. How many of you have actually seen the picture? It was of they were Army and some other guys that were just, it was like the big old circle and had the Q in it. It floated around for a good while. And meanwhile, you have 3 military guys in the back and one woman in the very back too. That's totally out of the Q. realm. And they're standing there. And you have JFK Jr. standing in that. Now I know a lot of people, oh, that ain't happening. He was killed on a plane crash. Killed on a plane crash. I'm not going down that rabbit hole. I got news for you. I'm about to bust that open for you too. I'm sorry, Jack. I'm just sorry. John F. Kennedy Jr. Let's just that's how we'll tie this down. We'll just do that. John F. Kennedy Jr. Is he alive? Is he this? Is he that? Is he this? He's everything you wanted him to be and some. Is he Edward X? That's the big thing. Is he Edward X? Is he this? No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not. Trust me, he's not. But when John F. Kennedy Jr., he was in his plane, we know how he's going to run in New York. He was running against Hillary. Hillary, if she thinks you're going to win, she tries to kill you. We already know all that. I mean, and that's no secret. That's no secret of all that stuff. But you got people that have known those stuff for years, but have been scared to death because they know if they raise their voice towards these people, that they'll end up floating in the river somewhere or a bullet in their head somewhere, and they say it's a suicide. But there are those of us. There's those of us that don't give a crap what they say and don't give a crap what they believe. Because we know the truth, we deal with it every day, and we're not afraid of not only our oath, but our duty to the American people. John F. Kennedy Jr., he was one of those guys. Very smart. Very smart. Still is to this day. Registration number for that plane was John F. Kennedy Jr. was when it went crashed in 1999 was Nora 9253 Nora. Nora 9253 Nora. And I'm saying that N because if I say N, somebody go, what's this mean? N, you always see him. So anyways, you know what? Just for kicks and giggles, I pulled it up for y'all. Pulled it up for you on the calendar. Just to let you know. And the thing is, it gets quite crazy on some of this stuff. So when I pulled up JFK Jr.'s plane, just the numbers on it, just to prove to you something. Says Yahweh always reveals the truth to the world. Always reveals truth to the world. It's like, and now understand this, listen, flying through the skies, not just other places like Antarctica, but everywhere, there is a reason for it and is set above our expectation. Now just follow me here. Just follow me here. The awful moment when you realize you were making people feel bad and you shouldn't have. Goes on. Says I've won and I've won already. And what you idiots don't understand is everything you do is pointless from here on out. It's crazy, it seems, but it's real. This is exactly the drops that come along with just his tail numbers. There's a couple other things in there, but I'm not going to do all that. But it talks about, it says Satan is trying to put the words in all of people's mouths. But my wings are open wide, and there is beauty in here that I cannot deny. I got news for you. We win no matter what. There's nowhere in these that any of them say doom, gloom, we're going to hell. There's nowhere in none of these, in any of these drops I've given you this evening, all the way back from Donald Trump, the game, everything. There is nothing that says we fail. The only one that says we fail is the liar and the enemy of the people, and the one that enslaves people. And that is the Democratic Party. And we have come so far, that there's not a great awakening. I said that earlier, but I meant there's really not. We're just done. We're awake for sure. It's not something great happening, and it's going to happen this way. It's going to fix down. I just told you what's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's just going to happen. Now, we're 6 days, 3 hours, 43 minutes, and 21 seconds away from the election. So how do we deal with this? Because I'm here to tell you this. When I told the law enforcement officers to listen, make sure you honor your oath, protect and serve. Because the one thing that Intel does not have is all the moves that this Democratic Party is trying to do. Some people's asking in chat, will there be an election? I don't know. You tell me. I can tell you this. The election's already happened. The election has already happened. What do you mean by that? Then why do we have to go vote? Listen, lazy people, you have to vote because you want to put your person in there. What, are they going to cheat? Well, sure, they're going to try to cheat. That's what they're good at. Like I say all the time, you can't invite a Democrat to your house because you invite them out to your farm, and there goes the cow. The cow stops giving milk. It ends up pregnant. The cats end up pregnant. The dog ends up pregnant. And then the goats just all night long because you don't know what the Democrats are doing to them out in the field. So, yeah, you can fully expect a shit show. You can fully expect that. But I'm telling you this, we win. We have already freaking won. Not just with an election. We've won this war. I'm done convincing you, hey, we're all going to be okay. I'm done convincing you that. If you haven't got on board with that already, you're never going to get on board. I'm trying to get you prepared for what's going to take place after this election. I've said it week after week up into this election. When we first, 3.5 months ago, guys, quit panicking over the election. Quit panicking. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. And we are going to be okay. We got this. When I say we got this, that doesn't mean to be prideful and, we just don't have to do anything. I'll just sit back and watch this on Fox News. No, you won't. You'll get out and vote if you already haven't voted. And yes, before someone asks me, the reason why they're wanting everybody to vote now, early voting, is to slim down the chances of them trying on the election night and going, hey, all these other votes came in, and so there were. That's what they're trying. Because here's the thing: they're going to try to cheat. They're going to. But I'm going to tell you what: it doesn't matter how many times they try to stick their hand in the cookie jar. There's an axe waiting to take that hand off in that cookie jar. I'm telling you, there's so much intelligence in the intel world going on of different things. Just because it's not discussed on mainstream media doesn't mean it ain't happening. Just like I played today. Oh, DC, I never hear anything going on. Never hear no military arrests on anybody. Never hear of anybody getting arrested for child trafficking or these illegals or none of that stuff. And I played y'all the clip today of every single day ICE and other teams gather in the mornings, just to do nothing but to round up people. It's happening. The problem is we round them up, we arrest them, we take them in, and the court system cuts them loose because it's a Democratic judge that don't want to go against his slave master, the Democratic Party. We're just getting a new president right now. And hopefully we're going to change some things in Congress and Senate and all this, and House and all that. We're going to change all that stuff. That's the goal. No matter what happens or what they say, do not worry. Don't get involved if there's physical conflict unless someone comes to your door. Don't do it. Because once Donald Trump takes the oath again, these judges are done. these fake prosecutors are done, and you law enforcement that are crooked, we're coming to straighten your ass straight out. So I'm telling you, you better honor your oath. I'm going to tell you this. Somebody said military trials. For some, maybe. There is no military trial if you're caught in treason. I foresee the amount of people that has been rounded already and dealt with. But I foresee a lot more people that it's going to make your head swim. 3 weeks ago, I did a story here about how Senate and all of them, Congress, they were trying to pass that to where they could automatically appoint people in case something took place and they were taken out of office in just one blink of an eye. Why do you think that they would do that? That ain't just rumor. That's facts. Why do you think they would do that? Because they know what's coming for them. DC, I'm going to answer this. I wasn't going to answer this. DC, does Barron Trump play a role in this? Let me tell you something about Barron. Everybody knows he's smart. He's beyond smart. Once we get through the election, I promise you, I was going to do it several weeks ago. I was going to do the thing on Gitmo, and we had so many things come up. I mean, it's just been so crazy stuff. But I'm still, and I'm going to give you a hint here for that question right there. Barron Trump, king of the internet, yeah. Barron Trump, there is a path. There is a path. And I'm doing a story now. It's called the blueprint of the next president. And that's where I'm going to leave it out on that. And so Donald Trump called him king of the internet. Well, that's because he is. He is. I want you to, I'm winding down here. I appreciate everybody listening to me here. There's a lot of things to digest here. You'll probably have to go back and re-listen to a lot of stuff. But you're not going to hear me. That's the thing. You're not going. If Donald Trump was a screwball, I would say it. Guys, he's a screwball. He's nuts. He's crazy. He's a lunatic. I'd say it. I have no dog in this fight. But I will tell you this: when Donald Trump puts these teams together to go get these crooked people, like these, my big thing is law enforcement when they're crooked. I can't stand that. Can't stand them. I just can't stand it. Can't stand it. I've actually made a list of places that can be investigated. I want it to be legit. I want America safe again. I want it great again. And it's only going to happen when he said, I'm going to drain the swamp. He had no clue how deep it was until he was betrayed for 8 years. 4 he was in and the 4 he was out. There's been lists, checked it twice. He found out who's not in nice. And some people ain't getting coal for Christmas. Their heads are going to roll. And yeah, it's crazy. But with your Q, that picture you saw or you see on the internet of the Q, it's legit. It's real. One person is not Q. The person that's not Q is always the ones that's online showing their face to you, telling you, I've got intel because I'm part of Q. They're not part of Q. They're not. I can verify that. 1,000%. Because Q is a team. Multiple people on that team. You know how I know? You want to know how I know? Because I'm on that team.
United we'll fight for what we believe is right. Together we'll shine in the darkest night.
You guys have a good night. We're going to make America great again. No matter what everyone says, we're heading in that direction. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hope y'all have a great night. DC out.
We believe is right. Together we'll shine in the darkest night. We stand up and make America great again. In the face of adversity, we find our unity. Rising above the hate to make America great.